Ancient wisdom, the silence of the wise. The ancients said, wisdom is a power, but silence is the behavior of the truly enlightened. Why have the sages throughout history always chosen silence? Because they had already looked lightly upon all things in this world. They distanced themselves from the dust of mortal life and kept their hearts still, calm as the surface of a quiet lake. Among the 4 great Buddhist mountains of China, Mount Jiuhua is known as the home of many enlightened monks. Their bodies, even after passing away for many years, remain preserved, as if they were peacefully asleep. Among them was Master Da Xing, and the story of his noble virtue has been passed down for generations. It is said that when Master Da Xing was cultivating on the mountain, there was a wealthy family living at its foot. They had a daughter named Xiao Hui, who was once betrothed to the son of another powerful family. 3 years before the wedding day, Xiao Hui became pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. Her parents were ashamed and furious. Under pressure, they forced her to tell the truth. In despair, she confessed that the father of the child was Master Da Xing of Mount Jiuhua. Her father was enraged. He gathered his servants and went up the mountain, storming into the temple. Shouting and cursing, they beat the monk, humiliated him, and demanded that he take responsibility and raise the child himself. Master Da Xing remained calm, gently folded his hands and said softly, Amitabha. From that moment, his reputation collapsed completely. Everywhere he went, people mocked and despised him. Even the monks in the temple no longer respected him as before. Yet he uttered not a single word of complaint. Every day, he went down the mountain to beg for milk to feed the child. Under his patient care, the boy grew up quickly, healthy, bright, and full of life. 3 years later, one day, Xiao Hui's family returned to the mountain. This time, they did not come with anger. Instead, they knelt before Master Da Xing, bowed deeply, and begged for his forgiveness. They wished to take the child home. It turned out that the boy's father was none other than Xiao Hui's current husband, the same man she had been engaged 2 years before. To protect her fiancé's reputation, she had falsely accused Master Da Xing. Even then, with a serene and peaceful expression, the monk led the boy to his parents, folded his hands respectfully, and said Amitabha. Then he quietly returned to his meditation chamber. For 3 long years, he endured false accusations, but chose silence. He did not justify, did not argue, did not curse or complain. And yet, that silence spoke louder than 1,000 words. Some say, when one suffers injustice, it is their right to demand justice, a right protected by law and a principle of fairness in society. But to the true sages, all things, fame, fortune, love, and hatred, all the gains and losses of this world, are but fleeting clouds and smoke. In the book Wu Song Xiao Ji, there is a couplet, unmoved by honor or disgrace, watching flowers bloom and fall before the court, carefree in coming and going, gazing at clouds as they gather and disperse. Across the sky, it describes the transcendent state of the enlightened, those who see glory and humiliation as lightly as flowers, that bloom in the morning and fade at dusk. Only such people can keep a peaceful heart. And when one sees wealth and fame as fleeting as drifting clouds, their spirit becomes pure and still. They rejoice not in gain, nor grieve in loss. Honor does not stir them. Disgrace does not trouble them. The great poet Li Bai, known as the immortal poet, once wrote, "Since ancient times, all sages have been solitary. Only the drinkers leave behind their names. Why have sages through the ages lived in solitude? Because they have transcended worldly concerns, detached from dust and desire, their hearts tranquil as the still water of a mountain lake. Lao Tzu once said, "The highest goodness is like water. The highest virtue flows like water, gentle yet powerful. Only those who truly understand life and its truth face all things with calm and clarity." In ancient China, there were many such enlightened souls. Tao Qian planted chrysanthemums and lotuses. Li Bai drank wine and admired the moon. Su Shi rested peacefully on his cloud bed. And in Vietnam, Nguyen Trai withdrew into nature. My neighbors are silver clouds. My guests are the green mountains. Nguyen Bin Kim, too, chose seclusion, saying, "Foolish am I," seeking the quiet place. The wise rush to the noisy crowd. The world is bustling and loud. Everything draws people into an endless whirlpool of desire, from which they can hardly escape. 100 years pass in the blink of an eye, and only when all fades away do people realize their souls have been veiled by worldly dust, weighed down by material temptation. In that chaos, only the stillness of the sages' heart can rise above the madness of the mortal world. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe for more inspiring stories and lessons. May you always stay peaceful and full of joy.